Hello and welcome to FPL Mate, your best mate for Fantasy Premier League content for the 2021-22 season. My name is Dan, and today I thought we'd do a little stream because I haven't done a stream since the Euros. I think the Euros deadline stream was the last time I did a stream, so I thought, well, come on, let's catch up with you guys. There's loads to catch up on. I've got a few announcements, so a few bits and bobs to talk about. And then I thought we could just do some tinkering, answer some questions about FPL, just talk about FPL for a little bit. And then finally, we'll just open it up and talk about literally whatever you guys want to talk about in the world. Sound good? Hopefully that sounds good to you guys. Hopefully indeed. So let's first of all say a quick hello to see who is in the chat today. So we've got Ben is here, Sahil, Josh Panda, Ethan Fernandez, Hoxton, Fantasy Football Fan, Dylan Kennedy, Aditya Mishra. We've got all kinds. We've got loads of you guys in today. FPL Giant, FPL Guy, Hooked is here. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, first things first. Yes, the hair has gone. As few of you guys might have seen in yesterday's video, I cut it all off. I cut all of my hair off. It's gone. Where is it? We're going to have to get used to that one. We're going to have to get used to the new hairstyle. Don't worry about that. The hat, on the other hand, I have got a hat here. Just don't know whether I should wear it or not. First time I've worn a hat since a short hair. Don't know do we need it? Was that a vibe? Backwards? Don't know. I think we'll go without a hat for now. And we'll maybe reintegrate the hat. But guys, yes, I did want to wait until a few people have wandered in, and then we'll do a couple of announcements. And obviously, if you're not watching this live, that's fine as well. Hopefully you do enjoy the video, as it is a video. And of course, please do like the video, stream, whatever you're watching it as. Please do like. I really, really appreciate that. It really helps out the channel. So, a few announcements. So first of all, I'm officially now full-time on YouTube as of today. Today is my first day of being full-time YouTube. So I handed in my notice for my day job a couple of months ago. Friday was my last day. Monday, first day of the working week, I guess. That means today is my first day of being a full-time FPL YouTuber. So yes, absolutely buzzing about that. So excited about it all. It really is just incredible. And it's going to mean I've got so much spare time to do some other different stuff that I've been wanting to do for a while. So I'm going to try and announce a few things right now before we go on to talking a little bit about FPL. So first of all, what should I announce first? Okay, right. First of all, guys, I promised when I went full-time on YouTube, we would do some merch. And the wheels are in motion. I thought I'd give you a little sneak peek preview today. I don't know how many people are interested in FPL Mate merch, but you guys did show some interest before. So first of all, let's have a little sneak peek. So this is going to be set up hopefully by the end of the week. I've been doing a couple of designs. I've got a couple on screen for you there. A couple of designs that I think hopefully you guys are going to like. I really hope you guys like them. Anyway. So we've got the more pay design I did. So I've been kind of drawing these up today. So I've drawn a little picture of Morpay. I think it's a pretty good picture of him. I think it really, I'm pretty happy. So that's kind of one design that says "In Morpay we trust," and then this other cool design I thought was pretty nice that says "We move with the green arrow," and I thought that was pretty cool as well. Now, I don't think that I'm gonna be. I know there's a bit of a delay, by the way, guys. It's just because my computer is old. I am getting a new computer. I'm looking at PCs to get at the moment, but it's kind of hard at the moment because the PC market is not a fantastic time for it at the moment. But yeah, hopefully that's going to be sorted out before the season starts, and we'll get a better PC and we'll have less delays and stuff. But yeah, I didn't really want to do any designs that just have the FPL Mate logo on them because I think that's a little bit cringy. Does anyone really want to wear something that just has my logo on? I probably wouldn't want to wear that personally. So if there's a lot of demand for it, then maybe we'll add that into the shop. But for now, I think we'll just stick with these kind of designs. And of course, if you've got any kind of like designs that you want me to put in this shop, then let me know. But hopefully, I will just do a couple of funny slogans and stuff, and just like some kind of designs that I think is really cool. So yeah, that's just a little sneak peek. That's going to be up or hopefully by the end of the week, and we'll do a proper announcements then. I thought you guys, as you guys have joined me on stream, why not give you a little sneaky peeky. I'm not going to keep talking about the audio delay, but yes, that is just because of the age of my computer, and it will be fixed in a couple of weeks. Nothing I can do about it for now. So, right, what else have we got? So, also, I said before that I was going to do a podcast, an FPL podcast or a football podcast. I don't really know if I want to do that exactly anymore. So, I kind of actually come up with a slightly different idea. Which is going to be, basically, this is what I'm going to do. It's going to be one video a week that is going to be a weekly collab video. And the collab video is kind of going to be in a podcast style, just kind of be two like face cams on screen, maybe switch to a view of the teams that we're talking about, or the players that we're talking about, stuff like that. It's kind of similar to stuff you've probably seen before in podcasting, but it's not going to be exactly a podcast, because it's going to be a new guest every single week. We're gonna try and give some nice exposure to some smaller YouTubers, some smaller creators. We're also going to get some people in who are not actually directly involved in FPL. They're FPL fans, but who are other YouTubers. They're other content creators. They make other stuff. For example, I've got a FIFA YouTuber who might come on in the near future. Tom Stain 18 says, "Hi Dan, congrats on going full times. If I put my team in Discord, can you rate it for me?" Well, thank you very much for the very generous donation. I really appreciate that. And yes, you can. Yes, yeah, go for it. Put it in Discord, and we'll do that. So so I was talking about this podcast type thing. So just going to be a weekly video. I'll do different branding for that video every week, so you know that that's the specific video, and we'll do kind of a different topic each week. So for 1 week, for example, we might be talking about Manchester City and what players to go for from Manchester City. Another week we might be talking about the promoted teams and stuff like that, and we'll just get a different person on each week who I think is relevant to the topic, and we'll just have a little chat for about half an hour. You can stick it on in the background whilst you're playing some FIFA, or you're doing some work. I'll probably release it as an audio file on like the podcast apps as well. It'll all be completely free. We won't charge for it or anything like that. And it'll just be a fun like bonus video, a bonus collab video, and it'll be really fun to work with some other creators as well. So, hopefully you guys will like that. Hopefully that'll be pretty good. Sophie Watts with a super chat as well. Congrats on going full times. Content is superb as ever, and so good to catch you on a live stream again. Can't wait for the merch. Thank you so much, Sophie. That is very, very generous and very kind of you. Thanks for the constant support over the last year, to be honest. So, yeah, Sophie, you've been around for a while here. Yeah. So that's two announcements, I guess. There will be potentially one more announcement, but I'm just waiting to finalize that. We'll see. We're not 100% sure about that quite yet, but I'll perhaps talk about that in a week or so, rather than now, because I think we've been speaking about non-FPL stuff for so long. You guys are probably bored out of your minds. So I say we just do some live tinkering and start talking about some FPL. That's what it's all about. And then maybe in about half an hour, 20 minutes, we'll just talk about whatever random stuff you want to talk about, just anything, chat. Because, like I say, like I said on Twitter, I've not spoken to you guys for so long. It's been a while since I spoke to you guys, so it'd be nice to just have a chat and catch up, to be honest. So okay, right. Let's get to fantasy, and let me show you what my team is right this very second, and we can see what you kind of think about it. I don't know what you're going to think about it. So this is where I'm at right now. Obviously, I made a video yesterday revealing my team, and I have currently bottled it and put Bruno Fernandez back in the team. It's probably not going to be too much of a surprise to many of you. I'm so on the fence about how to deal with the Bruno Fernandez situation, because obviously he's going to have a fantastic season, but is he going to have as good as a season as last year? I don't think so. I think the signs are pointing away, particularly if Manchester United were to sign another defensive midfielder. That's going to mean that Bruno Fernandes and Pogba are probably going to play in a two-man midfield with a holding midfielder behind them, which means that Bruno's going to be a little bit deeper. He's going to be still the centerpiece of the Manchester United team, but is he going to be as prevalent? And my answer to that is probably not so much. Thank you very much for the super chat, E, by the way. Thank you very much. The kind of conclusion I've come to at the moment is that Bruno Fernandez, yes, I might think that he's going to do not so well this season, but it's probably better off if I don't take a risk early on and just say, okay, Daniel, you might think, just call myself Daniel. Dan, you might think that Bruno is not going to have as good a season this year, but that's okay. Let's just go with him. And if it turns out you're right, we can remove him from the team. We can switch him down to someone else who I perhaps like. I perhaps like a KDB or a Mahrez or a Son. I could just very easily, if it becomes obvious in the first couple of games that Bruno is not playing in the same way as I'd like him to be, it's going to be pretty obvious within a couple of games, right? How Manchester United is setting up, particularly with all their new players. It's going to be pretty obvious. So at that point, I can then say, all right, we gave it a go. Let's change it up. Let's switch it up. So that's kind of the plan. I think that's the most sensible thing to do, right? So anyway, the other change is that Rafinha has been removed from the team. Finally, he might come back. He's one who might come back. Could quite easily come back. But we've gone for Bowen. We've gone for Bowen instead. And a few people I've already seen in the chat are not so keen on Bowen. But you know what? I am. I am keen on Bowen. Yeah, really good season last year. Played every single game for West Ham. Not always starting necessarily. He sort of fills in as a striker if Antonio is not playing. He's kind of been on penalties in the pre-season, so Bowen potentially on penalties as well. We know he's a fantastic finisher from his time at the Championship. He's just adapting his game, getting used to the Premier League, and we saw he got better and better last season as well. Looked really good. And, West Ham have just these fantastic fixtures to the extent where I look at Rafinha against Manchester United, Everton under a very defensive manager in Benitez, and Liverpool, who have got all their defenders back. And I kind of look at that, and this is a Manchester United team who have just signed Varane, by the way. Congratulations, Man U fans. You must be absolutely buzzing. But this is what I'm kind of saying, that the fixtures that Leeds have at the beginning of the season are tough. Really, really tough. So tough. So is it actually better off if we look at Bowen? Hang on, let me get you up Bowen's fixtures just so you can make that comparison. I would ideally like to put them side by side, but there we go. I've not really been organised here. So if we look at this, you can see we've got Newcastle away, good fixture. Leicester at home, that's actually not such a bad fixture. Crystal Palace at home, one of the worst defences of last season, predicted by many to get relegated this year, but let's see how they bounce under Vieira. And then Southampton. So those four fixtures are so much better, so infinitely better than Rafinha's. And you might say Rafinha is a better player, and I agree with you. Rafinha is a better player, but you do have to take into consideration the defences. And Manchester United, Liverpool, and Everton are three of the best defences you could possibly play against, or the worst defences if you're an attacker, I guess. They're really, really bad fixtures. So is it actually better off if I play the fixtures a little bit with our cheaper midfielders, and then make the switch game week 5, where, hang on, if I just bring in, I've got Ayling down there, so we'll use him as an example for Rafinha's fixtures. Or we could go for Harrison as well. As you can see, Manchester United, Everton, Burnley. Burnley actually pretty tough. Have been pretty successful against the mid-table teams as well. So, yeah, we can then make the switch and look at the run at Newcastle, West Ham, Watford, Southampton, Wolves, Norwich. And we then make the switch to those Leeds players. I don't know about you guys. I quite like that idea. And I'm not saying I'm definite. I'm not 100% on this. Things, change. Like I said, I've had Rafinha in my teams at times. I've had Bowen in my team at times. I've had Saka in my team at times. I've had Harrison in my team at times. Buendia as well. So we've had all sorts. We've had all kinds of players. The one worry about Buendia, I know a few of you guys, you could go for Buendia instead. The one kind of problem I have with Buendia is that I'm not really sure I want to double up on Aston Villa, because it's arguably forcing myself into 2 transfers That's Antonio. I'm meant to be clicking on Watkins. After the first 3 fixtures, there's just this horrible run. Chelsea, Everton, Manchester United, Tottenham. So in game week 4, I'm kind of having to take out... Well, I would almost certainly take out a Buendia. I'd probably take out Watkins as well and switch him up to a Wolves striker, Jimenez, or someone like that, or maybe, depending on who else has hit some form in the early season, I'd be doing that switch up. So it would mean I'm forcing myself into making 2 transfers, and I don't want to plan for too many transfers. I want to try and be a little bit flexible. A little bit flexible at least. Obviously, we can plan to bring in some Leeds players. We can plan to bring in some Wolves players at some point. But at the end of the day, as often is the case, every single year, you get into those first games of the season. Some teams aren't performing how you expected them to. Some players have become stars out of absolutely nowhere, and you have to completely change your plan. So being flexible is really important, and I don't believe doubling up on the Aston Villa attack is a very flexible thing to do. I don't think it's a bad thing to do. It's definitely worth considering, but I don't think it's as a nailed-on thing as you perhaps think it is. If you've got concerns about Bowen's game time, I don't know. I direct you, I guess, to last season's. I direct you to the fact that Liverpool are trying to buy him. I direct you to his previous seasons in the Premier League as well as the Championship. I think he's pretty good, but there are other options there. So maybe we don't end up with Bowen. Like I said, Saka, Sarr, Buendia could potentially come in. Not so keen on it right now, but could easily change my mind on that. There's some different ways of working that, to be honest. I think some positions in your squad have got to be fairly malleable. You can switch them about a little bit. You can switch them around a little bit, and you keep some of those more premium players. Trent Alexander-Arnold's there to stay. Sanchez is there to stay. Antonio's probably there to stay for a little while. Tony's probably there to stay. Watkins is probably there to stay. Salah is there to stay for sure. Robertson's probably going to get downgraded around game week 7 when Liverpool's fixtures turn. Probably go down to a Chilwell when Chilwell's fixtures get very good after game week 7. So that will bank me a little bit of money. Fernandez is probably a little bit flexible. Perhaps be switching Fernandez in and out depending on who I want to captain. So, for example, it comes a game week where I really want to captain a Manchester City player. I will switch Fernandez to a Man City player. And we'll have kind of Salah there as a good captain choice every other week. And then use the other premium slot, which is Fernandez right now. We'll use that other premium slot to start targeting some other games for captains as well. So that's kind of the plan, but you do have to stay fairly flexible. But the flexible positions are, the 4.5 defenders are not going to be flexible. They'll just get rotated. The flexible positions will be Barnes, Bowen, and probably maybe one of the strikers. And those are going to be the flexible positions, really. And obviously the second premium slot in Fernandez. So with that, that's where we'll be flexible. That's where we'll identify a cheaper midfielder that's doing really well, or a cheaper forward that's doing really well, and get them in the team. As for Barnes, who a few people are kind of a little bit, questioning Barnes' inclusion. And I do understand that. To be honest, I am waiting for a little bit more pre-season. I'm waiting for a little bit more news. I do like the idea of going for Barnes. I like Leicester's fixtures a lot. I like Barnes as a player. Every time he's fit, he is phenomenal. I honestly do think that he's one of Leicester's best players. I really do. I think he's fantastic. So, I look at that. I look at that run of fixtures, and I look at a player like Barnes. Got Wolves at home first. West Ham, yes, West Ham decent team, but they've listed as a red fixture here. Are they really a red fixture? I don't think so. Not for an attacker. They're not a red fixture. Man City, yes, that's a bit rubbish. But then we've got Brighton, Burnley, Crystal Palace, and Brentford up here as well. Fixtures just look pretty decent overall. And Harvey Barnes is a fantastic player who performs every single time he is fit. He really does. He's an absolutely insane player. But where's he going to fit in the Leicester team? And I think that's the mystery right now, isn't it? And I'm hoping that mystery unravels itself a little bit. And if it doesn't, if we still don't know, we still have no confidence, is Barnes going to start every game? Where's he going to fit in within the team? Then fair enough, hold my hands up and say, Barnes is not going to work. Barnes is not going to be in my game week 1 team because I can't place him. I can't have that confidence in him. And in which case, we can start talking about players like Rafinha, Saka, we can talk about Sarr, we can talk about Buendia, we can talk about potentially going up to Mason Greenwood. Options, guys, options. It's a flexible area of the team, which is what I've quite liked doing. Keeping that certain areas of my team fairly flexible. Having that key spine being 4.5 million goalkeeper, I think that's definitely going to happen now. Although I would like to go for a Meslier in the long term, I doubt I'm actually going to put Meslier in until my wild card, because value is so important at the start of the season. We've got Robertson and Trent who are just going to stick. Salah's just going to stick. And, we've got the mid-price forwards who we can switch to other mid-price forwards if these ones don't work out. Yeah, it's a pretty flexible team. And it's not too risky. So, yeah. Loads of options, guys. Loads of options, indeed. And we can maybe see if Lamptey turns out to be fit. I don't think he's going to make the start of the season, really. It doesn't look like he is going to be honest. But maybe he does. In which case, he probably comes back in to the team. I quite like that. And then maybe we swap Sanchez out for another goalkeeper, another 4.5. Daniel Backerman looks pretty good, to be honest. And who else might be coming back? Luke Shaw. There's got to be a place for Luke Shaw if it turns out he's going to be fit in time for the start of the league. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that gets on. There's sort of a few interesting questions in the chat. Someone says, is the reason for Bayern pre-season form? No, I don't try. I try not to pay too much attention to pre-season form. I'm more interested in formations when I'm looking at pre-season games. What formation are the teams playing? Because if you can work out the formation, you can usually work out what players are going to be playing, to be honest. Someone says, your bench is so bad. Oh, yeah, I know it is. But don't worry about that. Because something you might feel like you want to do is rotate your team using players on your bench. And at the start of the season, when money is so tight, budget is so tight, and we know we're going to have to make transfers anyway, because we know we can't get everything right in pre-season. We can't. It's not possible. Being flexible means not spreading out your money too much. And not spreading out your money too much means having players at different price points. You have the absolute cheapest possible defenders, on your bench. The 4 million defenders on your bench, or one. You have the absolute cheapest possible midfielder. Then you have some premium midfielders. Then you have maybe a 1 or 2 mid-price midfielders. You have some expensive defenders. Then you have some cheap defenders. Play different price points, and then you can easily make those transfers. If I had, for example, I downgraded Robertson to Kieran Tierney, and then upgraded Brownhill to a Bukayo Saka or something like that. Say I then wanted to get Ben Chilwell into my team. The only way I'd be able to get Ben Chilwell would be to downgrade Trent Alexander-Arnold, which is... wait, did I already said Ben Chilwell? No, I said Tierney. If I wanted to get Ben Chilwell, the only way I'd be able to do that is by downgrading Trent Alexander-Arnold, because I've lost my flexibility, because I've spread out my money a little bit more, because some of my money is tied up on my bench. And that's not something I want to do. That's not something I want to do any year, to be honest. So that's really, I don't know, that's kind of, obviously it's down to the person's discretion, but it is easier to be flexible if you're putting some very cheap players on your bench and actually using your transfers to rotate your team rather than your substitutions to rotate your team, because money on the bench is money wasted. We only have so much money, and you don't want to fall behind because you've got a sort of 6.5 million player on your bench that you're not playing. Kia says, why Brownhill ahead of Ayling? Mostly because I just think Manchester United will score once or twice against Leeds. I mean, I think that anyway. Which is going to mean that Ayling is looking at a 1-pointer, a 1-2-pointer. Brownhill is likely to play the full game against Brighton. So we're looking at 2 points minimum. Brownhill's kind of his floor is 2 points, which is quite nice. Assuming he doesn't get a yellow card or anything. But you could say the same thing about Ayling. Anyway, so yeah, his floor is kind of 2 points. Burnley get a clean sheet, and it's a 3-pointer. We know Brighton have not been amazing in attack over the last year, or not making good on their attacks anyway. So that's potentially a 3-pointer. I just think that although we're talking about a very small amount of points, Brownhill has the slightly higher floor, I guess, in this particular game week in game week 1. But honestly, all of my starting 11 should play anyway. I would be a little bit worried if I come to game week 1 and I manage to pick some players that are not going to play, I guess. I guess like Nori is slightly risky, but I do think he's going to play. If Barnes and Bowen are not giving me confidence that they're going to play come game week 1, they'll get removed anyway and be replaced with some players who are a little bit more nailed on. Your Rafinhas, your Buendias, for example. Yeah, so yeah, that's basically it. That's hopefully a good explanation as to why I'm not so keen on putting too much money on the bench, and why I want to be flexible with my transfers as well. So, what we got here? Popcorn says, why Bruno instead of KDB? Mostly just to cover myself. And just to make sure I don't fall behind too early, I guess. Of course, it's 605 watching. Let's get those likes. Yes, if you wouldn't mind liking the stream, I'd really, really massively appreciate that. And of course, if you're new around here, some of you guys might be new, please do consider subscribing as well to the channel, which we're going to be now that I'm full-time on YouTube, we're going to be doing FPL videos every single day, all the way to deadline. I've actually got my stag do at the weekend, so I don't know how I'm going to manage to upload over the weekend. Probably have to schedule some videos. I'll just make sure I work really hard this week and try and make 2 videos a day and just save some and upload them over the weekend, I guess. So yeah, we'll perhaps do that. Kane or Bruno? Right now, Bruno. Kane is doubtful to even start the first game, by the way, guys. I'm not sure if some of you guys might have known that already. But yeah, it's looking likely that he's going to need a little bit of extra rest after the Euros, so he's not going to be starting in that first game. That's whether he's at Spurs, whether he's at Man City. He's just not going to feature in that game, unfortunately. Maybe he comes back in game week 2, but I would say that just because of the fact that he is going to be missing game week 1, he's probably not worth having, because he does take up such a huge chunk of your money. He really does, sort of 20% of your effective budget anyway. So yeah, not really worth going for. You're gonna have some big you're gonna have to sacrifice a Salah or a Fernandez or a Trent Alexander-Arnold to do it, and you could find yourself on the back pedal fairly early, which is the last thing we want to do. The last thing we want to do. What we want to do, we want to make sure that our first week is good, because if we find ourselves bad in the first game week, we're going to be playing catch up. Might start making panicky decisions or reckless decisions. That's not what we want. Sophie Watts says, post stag do upload will be fun. Yeah, I know. We'll see. I'll try and be as sensible as I can on the second night of the stag, I guess. Sheila says, is Nori the new Lively Lamptey? I think he is. Mark Fielder says, have a good stag do. Oh, I will. We can talk about some other random stuff in a minute. Let's just keep it with FPL for a minute. I'll stop talking about other stuff as well. Welbeck, a good 6 million option. Yeah, I quite like him, to be fair. Josh says, love your choice with Bowen. I've had him on my team and I've backed him all the way. Let's hope he delivers. He really could be a really good star. He's I guess, a slight risky player in a way, but the upside there is really quite nice, particularly with the fixtures that West Ham have. Martin Keel says, first time doing this. What do you think of Joelinton as a striker? Well, I can tell it's your first week, Martin. Your first time doing this. Because, no, don't go for Joelinton. No, he's not going to be too good. West Ham, Newcastle in general. If you're going for a Newcastle player, you probably want to be looking at Wilson as the striker. He could be pretty good. Of course, it's mid-stag. We'll talk about stag do in a minute. We'll do 5 more minutes of FPL talk. Pranay says, thoughts on Sancho, Dan? I think he's going to have a pretty solid season. Obviously, a lot of people are talking about how is he going to come into the Premier League? How is he going to adapt to the Premier League? Well, remember, he grew up in the English football system. He was playing in England until he was 16 years old. And he was touted as one of the best young players in the country at the time. So he clearly knows the English game pretty well. He's an English lad. And I think he will. I don't know. It depends what you guys are expecting from him. I probably would not expect a 200-point season from him in his first season. We're probably looking at more like I don't know, a 180-point season, which is obviously fantastic. It really is. I think he's going to be maybe around 10 goals, 10 assists, or some variation of that. 8 goals, 12 assists. Something like that, which is a really, really respectable season. But it's not like Salah levels. It's not like Bruno Fernandez levels, is it? It's not Kevin De Bruyne levels, which I think is fair. He's a young guy in his first season in the Premier League. We shouldn't expect too much from him, but no, I think he'll do well. And this Manchester United project is looking fantastic. And I tell you what, if Manchester United manage to, 1, keep Pogba, and 2, get a new holding midfielder in, they are going to be flying. And I know a lot of you guys, half of the FPL player base are Manchester United fans, so it seems anyway. So you guys should be really excited for sure. Oh, I definitely would be anyway. Cavani, yeah, I'm not 100% keen on Cavani just because for my first game week, I want to go safe, and Cavani is known as a player who doesn't play every single game for Manchester United, and I would rather go for some slightly safer players in the first couple of game weeks, and then we can add a little bit to it as we get a little bit more data after 3, 4, 5 game weeks. We'll have a little bit of data to play with, and we can start bringing in those other players. Is Sancho worth it straight away? Potentially, if you fancy it. I don't think I'll be doing it personally. For a similar price, I do prefer both Son and Mahrez. But that's mostly because they're known quantities. Do we even know that Sancho's going to play the first game? We're not 100% sure. It's likely that he'll only play 1 pre-season friendly. Is he going to be ready to go into that Manchester United team straight away? Is he maybe going to come off the bench for his first game? Greenwood maybe starting on the right instead. They do have that cover with Greenwood, of course. So, yeah, not sure about immediately going for it. Dan Cross says, hello, nice haircut. Oh, this is different. Not watched yesterday's video yet. Yeah, we've cut it off. But nice to see you, Dan. But Rashford is out, meaning he's only competing against Greenwood. Not necessarily, because Pogba's been known to play on the wing for some reason. You've got Martial still at the club. Greenwood, Dan James or someone random like that could just come into this team for one game week. These things do happen. Dan James could start the game and then Sancho comes on for the second half or something like that. We don't know. Okay, we've got another super chat here from Prab Jivan. Hopefully I've said your name right, and I do apologise if I haven't. Hey mate, great draft. What do you think of Smith Rowe? Also, what's your preferred formation? By the way, shout out FPL Sings on Twitter. Yeah, big shout out to FPL Sings on Twitter, of course. Smith Rowe, I like. I don't think he's going to offer quite as much as the players slightly more expensive than him. So, for example, Bowen, Rafinha, I do think they offer a little bit more. So if you can afford to bump up spend a little bit more on a midfielder, then I personally would. Preferred formation, I think to start off the season, the 3-4-3 and 4-4-2 and not so much 4-3-3, but to a degree 4-3-3. So I think I like 3-4-3 the most. I would not be going for 5 midfielders because I think you want your 5th midfielder to be a 4.5 million midfielder, because the 4.5 million midfielders are actually okay. They're okay cover on your bench, whereas the 4.5 million forwards are not. They can't cover your bench. The 4 million defenders, they can't cover your bench, really. So you do need that 4.5 million midfielder in there, I think, which leaves you with a 4 in midfield formation. Now there's lots of strikers, so I like the 3 at the front. There's lots of strikers at mid-range prices. Antonio, Tony, Watkins, Wilson, so many players. Jimenez coming back, Dominic Calvert-Lewin potentially, Iheanacho as well. And having a few of those in your team gives you the opportunity to get the best ones. Not necessarily straight away. You can hope that the ones you pick in the first instance are the good ones, but if they're not, you've got 3 forward slots ready to make the direct transfer to bring in the one that you didn't pick. Again, we're going back to flexibility, which is so important. And then in defence, I think you get a really good opportunity to do a premium defender, a mid-priced / second premium defender, and then 2 4.5 million defenders to rotate. Really nice. But if you're not so keen on some of the cheaper midfield options, so for example, Harvey Barnes, Bowen, etc., then yeah, drop one of an extra midfielder and bring in an extra defender. Can be done. Can be done. We have got another super chat from Dan Rue. Says, just started making videos myself and congratulations on your new journey into YouTube. You must be very, very excited about it. Yeah, there's nothing more exciting about starting a YouTube channel because the pressure's off. You just make your stuff, you improve, you try and improve every single video, and you do really well. Perhaps we'll talk about some YouTube in general in a minute when we're done with the FPL talk anyway. But Jota plus Jota or Robbo. I prefer Robbo because I know he's going to start, whereas I don't know for sure that Jota's going to start. So yeah, again, safe, flexible. Those I think are the 2 things I want to do the most with an opening team. That's just me personally. He who dares wins at the end of the day. But if you're taking lots of risks, 90% of you will fail. 10% of you will succeed. Is it worth the risk? Maybe. Maybe it is. Jota is a player of a high ceiling. He could be a player that really does really well. But then so is Robertson, and he's more safe. So, yeah, for me, I go with the safe option. So, yeah, there you go. What about Ashley Young? Oh, I can't speak with too much confidence about Ashley Young. I do think he's mostly there just to be a good role model and nice around, good to have around the club kind of thing. I'm not sure what the plans are to play Young. I mean, I don't think he's past it or anything like that. I just don't know how much game time he's going to get. Again, risky. Of course, says Dan is missing Everton players. Okay, let's talk about Everton players real quick. I don't find them that interesting. And I think it's really as simple as that. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is quite expensive and he's going to be playing in a more defensive system. So, yes, the fixtures are okay. But in a more defensive fixtures, how many opportunities to score? Is he going to have less opportunities to score? Remember, Dominic Calvert-Lewin actually did go off the boil at parts of last season, particularly when Everton were playing a slightly more defensive game. So is that going to hinder him more? Maybe. Not sure. Uncertainty. Don't like uncertainty. We've got Digne. Again, more defensive system. Is Digne going to be have as much license to go forward, particularly in a forward at the back formation? Is he going to have as much license to go forward? I don't know. And then we kind of have the other centre-backs, a little bit expensive. They're sort of 5 million, 5.5 million, a little bit too expensive for me. Midfielders don't really interest me too much, particularly, the new midfielders, a little bit risky. Richarlison, he's going to be on an extended break after playing at the Olympics. So who do I go for Everton is my answer. There's no one really that is really exciting me at Everton right now. Probably the player that excites me the most would probably be one of Calvert-Lewin or Digne, but I just have these worries about them, as the worries I kind of just described, I guess. So yeah, not massive on Everton, but if you do have that confidence in Everton, you think they're going to do really well, particularly at the start of the season, then why not go for them? Go for them indeed. Right, so we're going to stream until 7. I think we'll leave the FPL stuff. I mean, we'll maybe do a little bit of FPL, but let's talk about some other stuff. So my stag do is this weekend. I'm terrified. I don't know what's going on. All I know is I'm going to Nottingham. So if you see someone who looks a bit like me stumbling around Nottingham, potentially wearing silly clothes, then that's me. And don't worry, I'm just on my stag leave. But yeah, we're going to try and upload some videos over the course of it. I don't know how that's going to go, but you might have to be, there might be a day over the weekend where I don't upload. So apologies if that does happen. I am going to try and prepare some stuff so we've got the weekend covered. Sunday, on the other hand, I'm not so excited about. So we'll see about that. How hungover am I going to be? Marcus with the real questions here. What's better, cake or crisps? I'm a savoury guy. I like to go for a packet of crisps, to be honest. That's what I like. That's what I'm into. Jeremy Baker says Forest. Maybe I'll see the Forest Stadium. That'd be pretty good. As she says, why lose the hat? It felt like it was your trademark. Loving the new style though. Yeah, I know what you mean. I might get an FPL mate like branded hat or something maybe. I get what you mean. We'll see. It's just I think I've just got my haircut and I kind of want to just let it show it off in a way. Just get you guys used to the fact that I've made a very, very bold change of style. So you guys recognize me. Otherwise you might click on my video and think, who's that guy? Is that Francisco Trincao, the Wolves winger, making FPL videos? What's going on? Prabjivan says, got Sancho and Bruno in a 3-5-2 right now. Temptation to get someone in the 8 and 10 bracket is there, thus plus the Sancho pick, but Tony, Antonio and Ollie is tempting. I really like it. I do like the 8 to 10 million bracket, but it depends. Have you got Salah as well in there? If not, you've probably got a problem there. And that's kind of one of the problems with having Mark 5 in midfield. So, yeah, don't know. Rick Lannon says, I'd buy the hat. Really? All right. Okay. All right. Well, look, I'm setting up sort of merch stuff this week. So we could potentially get a hat in the store if you'd like it. Have you guys got any other ideas of what you kind of like to do? I'll put that on screen so you can just kind of see what I've got so far. Well, some of the things I've got so far. We're teasing at the moment. Is there any things like you'd like on a shirt? Like, is there any particular players that I can maybe draw a little cartoon of? Or like line art? Or something like that? Do you think might be kind of interesting? I feel like I've got to have some kind of Salah t-shirt or something like that. I missed the super chat. Oh, I said it. Unless another one's come through and I missed that. Oh my god. Have I missed the super chat? You're panicking me. No, I think I'm good. Yeah, we're good. So yeah, if you guys have got some ideas for merch, I am always open to them. Maybe we'll see like in the first few weeks who's going to be the big thing. Mr. Neck Tattoo himself, Zaha. Elliot there says Spinazzola, Dumfries. More pay shirts on screen. Come on. Nathan Ferguson. How have we really missed one? Right, okay. Let me check. Because I don't believe I've missed a super chat. But if I have, then obviously that's a very, very big problem. But I do have access. No, we're good. We're good. I got them all. But if I have missed your super chat, one of you guys, please do let me know and I'll find it. But yeah, we got the Morpay shirt already. Jadon Sancho shirt. Oh, maybe. That could be pretty cool. Nathan Ferguson, I am liking a lot. Do you have a Discord? Yeah, the link to the Discord server is in the video description. Yeah, so you can do that. We need a Jesse Lingard shirt. Oh, good shout on the poll for merch. Okay, in that case, we'll do a poll. Because yeah, I'll maybe just think of some players, and then whoever wins gets the shirt. And we'll put like on there Nathan Ferguson. We'll put in Salah, who probably wins it, to be honest. Who probably walks it. maybe like another another couple of players, and whoever wins it gets the next shirt. Or maybe do that once a week or something like that. That could be pretty funny. Pookie Party 2021-22 shirt. Oh, I like that. FPL guy. I like that. Okay. Right. Pookie Party 2021-22. That shirt is happening. I'll make sure that is up by launch this week. That's going on by launch. For sure. The other thing I actually think I'll do a poll about is what to name my team this year. Because currently I've got my team name as the quite niche name. Does it say on there? Yeah, there you go. You can see it in the top right of the screen there. Mate Borisov, like Bate Borisov, the Bulgarian team. A little bit of a pun there. But I also thought about BSKA Moscow. So, like CSKA Moscow, but instead BSKA, as in buy, sell, keep, avoid Moscow. So another nice little FPL mate related pun there. Someone else actually came up with that one. They suggested that to me. I can't remember who it was, but it was an absolutely amazing suggestion for a team. Yeah. There you go. Kane the Conqueror. Ooh. Martinez shirt that says boss. He is a boss, to be fair. Jesse Lingard face mask. Nathan Ferguson troll 2020-21. You guys have got some good ideas. Dan Marino. Oh, I like it. I like it. FPL guy, maybe I should give you some royalties on the Pookie Party shirt. Beta from Belarus. Oh, there you go. Sorry, that's my bad. I knew it began with B. Yeah, okay, yeah. Bate Borisov are from Belarus. So it's a pun on the most famous team in Belarus. Bate Borisov, or BAT Borisov. The Matrix. Very good. Buy, sell, keep, avoid shirt. Okay, yeah, that's not a bad idea, you know. But I don't want it to be too, like, cringy. Like, I don't want to make it all about me. I'd rather make just some cool designs that I would genuinely like to wear myself. Like, for example, I just think that maybe I'm wrong here, but I just think that We Move shirt is so cool. The In More Pay We Trust is like funny, but the We Move shirt is like, I would actually wear that out in public. Kind of thing. Yeah, maybe. It's kind of like fantasy related. It's like positive. I like it. Hotel Tiago. Value for money at Nicholas Pepe. You like Sofal? Yeah, I like Sofal. Does Sancho cover Bruno? Arguably to a degree, yeah. Make a Ferguson shirt with a red Dorito of death. Oh, you know what? The Dorito of Death shirt is happening as well. Okay, I need to start writing these ideas down, guys. You're coming up with some good ones. You're coming up with some good ones. Right. We'll have the injured symbol on a shirt. I'm a 4 million bench warmer. Love that a lot. Love that a lot. Oh, guys, you're killing it. We Move shirt in white. Okay, yeah, we can do the white version. I think someone said they wanted a black version of the More Pay one as well. The thing is, the design I did for the More Pay one, it doesn't look so good on a black shirt. I did try it. Differential shirt. Yeah, I've already got an idea for a differential shirt. I just need to draw it or design it or, whatever. So, yeah. Dal says, hi, Dan. Just wanted to say hello. Hello to you too. How you doing? What Man City players do you suggest? I like Diaz. I like De Bruyne. I like Mahrez. And I like Kane if he moves to Man City, but not for your Game Week 1 team. So yeah, a few ideas there for you in terms of Man City, but they are quite scary. Wow, I completely forgot about the Dorito of Death. Yeah, the Dorito of Death is just funny. The black one is Andy FPL. Oh, as in Let's Talk FPL. Has he got a design similar to that? Does he have merchandise? Or is his logo like that? I don't know. Let me have a look. Let me go on his channel real quick. Because if I'm copying someone, then that's not good. I will get rid of it or change it. Let's have a look. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess the colours because the black and the green. But aside from that, it's green is just an FPL colour, isn't it? And a black t-shirt. That's the standard. Yeah, it's a standard colour. Have you got your team in shirt? That's not bad. Or maybe like, have you done your team yet? Because I always ask like my friends, have you done your team yet? To be honest, your FPL colour scheme is really good for merch. The problem is it's difficult to get purple shirts or the purple that I like. So I probably will mostly stick with black and white shirts. I like black shirts as well a lot as well. I wear a lot of black. Maybe that's because of my mood. Jeremy Baker says, congrats on your first Monday in your new position, going full-time YouTube FPL and getting away from the rat race. Hope you like your new boss. Jeremy, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that, dude. That's really, really generous. Thank you so much, man. And yeah, so far my new boss has been pretty nice to me. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll start to annoy myself after a few weeks. Sophie Watt says, see, this is where your graphic skills translation. Yeah, hopefully we can just keep using it. Antonio, if he's fit shirt. That is so good. Oh my god. This is why I speak to you guys, because, you know, I can sit here in front of a camera and chat rubbish, but you guys are so funny. So you guys, you got some great ideas. Like, this is why I like doing these streams so much. This is why I miss doing the streams so much. Because you guys make me laugh. You guys make me smile, like, a lot. Keo says, I ain't wearing a purple shirt in my life. Fair enough. I don't think I would either. Spicy differential. Ooh, it's very spicy. Very spicy. Oh, no, the model looks like him. Oh. Does it? Maybe. I don't know. Does your boss play FPL too? I am my own boss. So I guess so. Well, as of today, I'm my own boss anyway, which is pretty awesome. I do some freelance work for some other people, but I mostly do freelance work for FPL people too, so they play it too. 100 plus week. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Who's the best captain shirt? Yeah, not bad. Antonio, if he's fit, he's funny, though. Like, that is funny. Maybe one that says, who are you captaining this week? Molly H says, hi, Dan. Just curious if your fiance plays FPL as well. She played 2019-20. We've made her, well, I mean, I've helped make her a team this year. But basically, she's the team that she's gone for this year is teams that of players that she recognises the names of, or because she's not like massively into football. She'll watch it if it's on, if I'm watching it. But you know, she likes Harry Kane. She thinks Harry Kane's very good looking, so he's in the team. She likes Ruben Loftus-Cheek's name, so he's in the team. Who else is in there? Like Jordan Pickford, she likes him. A lot of English players, to be honest. So yeah, no, she's gonna have a team this year. I don't know if she'll beat me or not, but you never know. If Ruben Loftus-Cheek comes up clutch, then maybe. But yeah, you guys are giving me plenty of ideas, and for merch, we're definitely gonna work with some of them. Bumpkin says, Harry Kane good looking. I know. Well, I mean, you know, personal preference. What's perhaps more worrying is that I don't look anything like Harry Kane. So, or maybe I do. I don't know. Jeremy says, your fiance gave some good advice last season. Yeah, that was funny. Well, I'll try and get her to do some more. She'll probably beat you, to be fair. Yeah, if I have a stinker again. Could be. Federer's got to be in there. Federer's not in the team, no. Show a picture of Gareth Bale. Kane's straight out then. Oh. Kane, good looking. Jesus, you must think you're a god. Pickford is a proper Peaky Blinder. Yeah, he is. All XG no goals shirt for Brighton fans. I've already got a shirt for Brighton fans. It's the more pay one. Or should we just make a Brighton themed merch line? That could be pretty funny. Got to do a Spinazzola, Dumfries, and Mela shirt. It's got to be done. Something around them has to be done. Yeah, I don't know. They're probably going to fade out into being a little bit irrelevant in a few weeks' time. Obviously, I'm still hyped about them, but yeah, I think people get bored. It's really sad to see what happened to Ruben Loftus-Cheek after the injury. Yeah, I agree. He could still be great. He's still young enough. Of course, says, when I finally do my art YouTube channel, what technical advice could you give me? I guess to just keep going at it. First thing you should probably do is just to look what other people in your niche are doing. What are they doing well? What can you add to that? What can you do anything better than them? Can you adapt anything that they're doing? Can you do anything? Can you do something slightly different within that same niche? So, yeah, and then just keep practicing. Just keep going and going and going. Keep going. Cheers, Giant. See you later, mate. Yeah. Just keep trying your best. Yeah. YouTube it's not going to come instantly, but you've got to just keep trying to throw yourself in there and making the best, making the best content you can, learning new tricks, evolving, adapting. Pen merchant t-shirt. Yeah, we could do. I'd probably offend a few Manchester United fans. Or maybe you can make it a bit tongue-in-cheek. Thank you, Billy Fiddler. Nice to see you back this year. Pep Roulette with a dice image. The only thing is I've seen like so many Pep Roulette t-shirts in the past, and I do want to make sure I'm making some stuff unique. Mostly because I don't want to step on anyone's toes. People have been doing FPL related merch for a few years. I don't want to try and get in the way of that. I just want to kind of just try and make some cool original stuff that I'd quite like to wear, kind of try and put my own thing on it, I guess. But obviously you guys have come up with some amazing ideas. Shipping in the UK or worldwide. It should be worldwide, although obviously there are going to be delays and you may have to pay a little bit more depending on where you are. Obviously deliveries to the UK, the US, Australia, mainland Europe is probably going to be fine, but I'm not really sure how it's going to work with the Asian market. But I'm chatting with a guy at the moment, so I will try and get some confirmation to make sure India, Malaysia is covered. Those are the two ones I want to make sure are covered, particularly India and Malaysia, because I know a lot of you guys are from those two countries, which is really nice, by the way, to have people from halfway across the world tuning in. Few people off. Nice to see you guys. It is nice to see you guys. Nice to chat again. I'm going to finish in a minute anyway, to be fair. Of course, says, I could shine in the arts YouTube community. It's mainly middle-aged mothers. There you go. You found your niche. Vlad the Impaler shirt. So foul. Nice. Hey, Dan, in which city do you live in England? I don't actually live in the city. I live sort of in the countryside, but the closest city to me is Cambridge. So, kind of, yeah, like I live somewhere between London and Cambridge, basically, in the countryside. I've seen one that says who got the assist shirt. Yeah, well, there's a whole podcast called that. Maybe Bruno becomes a creative man and Sancho becomes number 10. Bruno was already the creative man. Of course, there's also Dan. Brexit has affected exports. Just so you know, consider that in prices. I've sent art abroad and had to add little charges on for that. Yeah, the shipping is going to be a little bit crazy. We'll see. Thoughts on KDB and DCL? Yeah, not bad picks. Certainly worth considering. Would you do something around 4 mil? Because I know you enjoy 4.5 mil players. I do. Yeah. I could do. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I got an idea of something similar to that, but I don't want to give too much away. I wonder a few surprise shirts in there when you guys comment. Give the assist to Bruno. That's good. FPL guy, you're coming up with some bangers today, boy. You're smashing it. Make a -4 shirt. Nice. I just want to wear the We Move shirt. I want that now. As soon as we launch, I'll buy that immediately. I'll buy a few of them, to be fair. I say buy. I'll get them printed and delivered to myself. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And then we'll do a public release. But it's nice to like kind of touch base with you guys and kind of discuss what you guys think about designs and what kind of thing you'd like to see, because yeah, it's really useful to me, and obviously I like hearing what you guys have come up with. You know, you guys are legends. So yeah. But guys, I have been live for an hour, so I am gonna call it. I need to sort out some videos for the rest of the week. I've got a few interesting ideas, some fairly unique video ideas, but I hope you have enjoyed the stream. If you're watching this as a video, thank you for watching this very long video. I hope you have enjoyed it, and hopefully you were keeping yourself busy whilst it was on. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like on this stream before you go, I would massively appreciate it. Or if you're watching the video, leave a like on the video. If you haven't subscribed already, that would be awesome as well. Thank you so much if you are considering doing that. Thank you so much for your ideas for the merch. Thank you so much for your feedback. Thank you so much for the good chat, as always. It's always nice to chat, not just fantasy football, but everything with you guys. I always do enjoy it. It's the highlight of my week, and I can't wait to get back to 2 streams a week. Really excited to get involved in that. And yeah, pretty much that's it. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in today. Really, really appreciate it. Really had some fun, and I will see you later, mates. Bye-bye.